Hi, Filmzii recap here. Watch out, spoilers ahead. Today, I'm gonna tell you about a movie called Incredible but True. In the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to an insurance broker, Elian Dewa, who is busy playing video games when he receives a phone call from his wife called Mary. It seems like they wanted to meet each other to find a new house, but Elian has totally forgotten about the meeting. He leaves the office and goes to see Mary. There, we see a man called Frank Chase, who is a real estate agent. After being introduced to each other, Frank helps them to see the house completely. He also tries to talk about the features of the house. For instance, very spacious living room, a great kitchen, and a nice bedroom. While they are seeing the house, Mary sees an old car in the yard and asks about it. Frank tells them to be sure that this car will be out very soon. In the next scene, we see although the couple are really impressed by the house, they are thinking if the house is too big for their need or not. So they start talking about it. The real estate agent, who sees they are dubious about the fact of buying the house, says this house has a kind of secret and that makes it special, so he takes them to the basement and shows them a portal. He claims there's a secret which can change everybody's life. The couple who don't feel sure about it take a look and the portal attracts their attention. Out of curiosity, the couple go through the hole and interestingly enough, end of the tunnel takes them to the first floor, but this is not the whole story. The couple realize now it's day, but when they enter the house, it was evening. Elian and Mary are totally shocked. Then they ask Frank what the story is, and he explains when you enter the hole, you're reverse aging for 3 days, but makes time fast forward by 12 hours. So the couple are 3 days younger than the time they entered the house. Mary, who has always had the dream of being younger, convinces her husband to buy this house. The couple start living in their new house and they drink to celebrate the purchase. After some days, Elian starts having his ordinary life, but Mary is obsessed with the tunnel in the basement. In the hope of becoming younger, she passes through the tunnel over and over again. One day, Elian's boss Gerard with his girlfriend come to their new house, and the moment they arrive, the old car attracts Gerard's attention because he's enthusiastic about cars. He states he starts seeing the car carefully. Then he suggests repairing it and using it because of its special quality. But Elian, who does not seem interested, does not pay attention to the suggestion. While they are talking, Mary comes out of the tunnel and joins them. This is when we understand she actually enters the hole day before. Later, they all gather together for dinner. That's when Jean asks her boyfriend to reveal a secret. Gerard, who is not sure whether to reveal the secret or not, accepts and says he has done a surgery to have electronic penis and now he can control it through his cell phone. This story makes him uncomfortable, but they manage to pass the moment. Gerard adds that this is because of the new modern technology. For a second, Elian thinks it can be a great idea to reveal their secret about the new house, but Mary does not let him do so. Later, when the guests leave the house, Mary asks her husband to take her to the basement, but he does not accept and says he's busy. Angry Mary enters the tunnel herself. Next day, when Elian is occupied with one of the customers, Gerard asks him to go there and asks his opinion about his organ transplant. In response, Elian claims this is something really positive and it is totally normal these days. And he also says he's not going to make any judgments about him because of what he said earlier. After 12 hours, Mary, who is in the house, comes out of the time-traveling portal and starts looking at her photos. She remembers at that time she wanted to be a model. So she has the idea of having a mirror near the exit of the portal so that anytime she comes out, she can see the changes and analyzes any minor change. Mary, who seems a little disappointed, goes to the portal again and comes after 12 hours. Mary, whose mind is totally occupied with a portal. Without considering her husband's fatigue, she wakes him up to ask if he sees the change or not. He seems really sleepy, says he doesn't see any changes. He says about a cat who is found in the basement, and he believes the cat was telling him something about a portal, since Alien believes this is a kind of warning, so he decides to close the portal forever. Mary does not agree and states that he's just overthinking and exaggerating the situation. Mary goes to the basement again and enters the portal once more. The next day, Alien goes to Jared's office to talk about some business stuff, but Jared suggests him to go shooting together. When they go there, Jared enthusiastically starts shooting with various guns, though Alien, who is not really familiar with activities like this, is mostly watching him. After a few minutes, when he's touching a gun, he loses control and accidentally falls down. His electronic penis is hurt, and unfortunately, he needs a surgery immediately. He's terrified and wants to fix the problem immediately. Because the surgery has been done in Japan, he has to go there to have the surgery again, and he's too busy to do so. So he asks Alien to control everything till he's back. He asks him to take care of Jean as well. Later, Alien goes to the bookstore where Jean works. He tells a lie about Jared's trip to Japan. Jean, who is suspicious of Jared, wants to have an affair with Alien, but he does not accept and rejects her firmly. On the other hand, Mary is just traveling in time and expects to be younger and younger. One day, she decides to have the examination on a rotten apple. To her surprise, when she goes inside the tunnel, the apple is not rotten anymore. This proves the portal does work. That night, Mary wants to share the result with her husband, but he does not seem interested and starts eating that apple. But suddenly, he sees that there are some insects inside the apple. This makes him worried about Mary. They decide to go to the hospital and ask a doctor if there are any insects in Mary's body or not. Since they cannot tell the whole story, they just ask about the possibility of such thing. The doctor believes what they say is just a joke and angrily asks them to leave. On the way home, Alien talks about his concerns that maybe Mary seems younger in appearance but becomes older inside. However, the greedy woman is determined to become a very famous model. His words go in one ear and out the other one. As soon as they arrive home, Mary goes to the basement to enter the portal again. At the same time, in Japan, Jared is going through the surgery to repair his private organ. Jared called Alien and asks him to buy a small gift for Jean's birthday. He buys her a small bag as a gift. When he comes out of the shop, accidentally he sees Frank. Seizing the opportunity, he starts talking about the portal and asks questions. Consequently, Frank gives him a piece of advice to keep the moderation and also warns them not to overuse the portal. If they do so, they will suffer from both physical and mental problems. They say goodbye and Alien goes to Jean's workplace to give the present, but he sees she's talking to another man and it seems like she's in relationship with that guy, so he leaves that place immediately. Days after days after days, Mary's obsession to rejuvenate and regain her beauty forces her to go to the portal again and again. This causes a lot of argument. Even Alien decides to close the hole, but Mary does not let him do so. On the other hand, Jared, who had a successful surgery, comes back with his new girlfriend. They decide to get married, but because of Jared's electronic instrument, they get divorced after a while. After that, Jared starts a lot of different relationships with different women, but they are mostly non-successful relationships. One day, while Jared is driving, he faces fire. His electronic penis is burning, and that causes his death. At the end of the movie, after thousands of times that Mary has gone to the time-traveling portal, she becomes 19. Now, she's working as a model. but she's not happy deep down. Since her mental health is challenged, Alien has to send her to a clinic to regain her mental health and closes the portal forever. In the hospital, she breaks a glass and hurts herself. In the final scene, we see that the insects are coming out of the wound. That's when we understand the portal has ruined her from inside, like that apple.